this time the question says that we have been given two statements. The statement 1 says that y minus x is an integer, that is for a, and for b we have x is equal to alpha for some rational number alpha, and we need to prove that, or rather we can say that we need to find that they are equivalence relation on R or not. Friends, whenever we need to check for equivalence relation, we need to check for three things: that whether the relation is reflexive or symmetric or transitive. If it is satisfying all the three relations, then we can say that the given relation is an equivalence relation. So let us first start with the statement A, and for which we have x minus y or y minus x is an integer. Now, as x minus x is equal to 0, and we know that 0 is also an integer, therefore we can say that x and x belongings will form a relation, and that relation is therefore known as reflexive relation, because it is defined from itself only. Now, if x minus y is an integer, then from the number theory we know that y minus x is also an integer. So by this we can say that A is symmetric. Therefore A is symmetric relation. Now we need to check for transitivity, and if we have two integers like x minus y and the another integer is y minus z, and we know that the sum of two integers is again as an integer, therefore x minus y plus y minus z is also an integer, and that gives x minus z is an integer, and from this we can say that A is also transitive. Now, as A is reflexive, symmetric and transitive relation, therefore A is an equivalence relation. That whether B is an equivalence relation or not. The statement for B is something like that x is equal to alpha y, or we can say that x over y is equal to alpha, and alpha is a rational number. First of all, we will check for reflexiveness, that whether the given statement B is reflexive or not. And as we know that x over x is equal to 1, and which is a rational number, therefore statement B is reflexive relation. Now if we have xy equal to alpha, it does not implies that y over x will also be a rational number, or we can say a rational number. It is not possible in every case. Say for instance we have x is equal to 0 and y is equal to some number like 2. So we have 0 over 2 that is equal to 0, and which is a rational number. But if we do 2 over 0, that is an undefined quantity, so this is not equal to a rational number. So b is not transitive in nature, therefore b is not an equivalence relation. So let us check which is the correct option in the given question. Statement 1 is true, definitely, and the statement second is false because b is not an equivalence relation.